Have you ever paused mid-thought and wondered what it truly means to grow older? As the years advance, we encounter moments that tug at our hearts, shift our perspectives, and challenge our very understanding of ourselves. Aging ushers in a tapestry of experiences, some joyful, others bittersweet. And with each thread comes an opportunity to learn, adapt, and flourish. From the moment we recognize that time moves more swiftly than we once imagined, a deep and sometimes unsettling awareness of our own mortality can take root. In our youth, time felt like a boundless horizon, an invitation to dream without limits. We believed in infinite tomorrows, underestimating how rapidly days, months, and years slip through our fingers. Yet as we stand on the cusp of later chapters, that same relentless passage of time becomes both a reminder of life's fragility and an impetus to seize each moment with renewed passion. I recall coming across a touching reflection from a man nearing his 60th birthday. He had longed to explore distant lands, to drink in the colors of unfamiliar sunsets, and absorb the lessons of cultures far beyond his own. Work demands, family responsibilities, and financial constraints had conspired to keep those dreams just out of reach. Now, with his children grown in retirement within sight, he's mapping itineraries to Italy's vineyards, Japan's cherry blossom festivals, and Patagonia's sweeping glaciers. His story reminds us that even as time narrows, it doesn't vanish. It simply calls us to act, inviting us to reclaim aspirations that quietly waited their turn. Alongside the ticking of the clock, we must confront the body's subtle and sometimes stark transformations. Where once we sprinted with boundless energy, we might now feel the strain of slower recovery or the ache of joints grown less forgiving. The prospect of diminished physical prowess can feel disheartening, especially when it threatens activities we once relished. Yet within that shift lies an invitation to discover new forms of movement. Swimming's gentle resistance, the meditative flow of yoga, or the steady rhythm of Tai Chi can nurture strength and flexibility while calming the mind. Our mental faculties, too, can prompt anxiety as we notice the occasional lapse of memory or slower processing of information. The specter of cognitive decline can be frightening, but it need not define our later years. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities, learning a language, tackling puzzles, or sharing stories with loved ones can sharpen the mind and reinforce neural pathways. We learn that adaptability matters as much as past performance, and each new skill becomes a celebration of our resilience rather than a lament of what's been lost. Isolation and loneliness can arrive unbidden when children leave the nest, friendships drift apart, or physical limitations narrow our world. Many have written about evenings spent staring at an empty chair, or weekends feeling too quiet for comfort. But loneliness, though heavy, is a call to action. Reaching out, whether by joining local community groups, attending cultural events, or volunteering, opens doors to connection. Rediscovering old friendships, tapping into shared histories, or simply saying yes to a neighbor's invitation can illuminate pathways back to companionship. Regret may linger for roads not traveled, that piano lying silent in a corner, a novel never written, or a business idea forever shelved. Yet regret can serve as a catalyst for change. I've heard from individuals in their 70s who, once burdened by what-ifs, now spend time every day under the guidance of seasoned tutors, coaxing melodies from ivory keys. Each practice session becomes proof that the heart's passions need neither youth nor perfect conditions, only a willingness to start. Technology's rapid evolution often deepens the generational divide, leaving many older adults feeling adrift in a sea of apps, social media trends, and digital communication norms. But staying relevant isn't about matching every viral dance. It's about cultivating curiosity. By asking questions, exploring new tools, and embracing conversations with younger family members, we bridge gaps. We learn that technology can be a vehicle for connection. Video calls that bring face-to-face moments, online forums where ideas are exchanged, or simple apps that track steps or medication schedules. Each click can rebuild confidence and forge unexpected bonds. With the transition into retirement comes another profound shift: the need to redefine purpose. Careers that once consumed our identities may taper off, and the sudden availability of time can feel both liberating and disorienting. Yet within that space lies possibility. Many find meaning by channeling professional skills into volunteering, mentoring the next generation, or championing community initiatives. Others discover joy in creative pursuits, whether painting canvases, writing memoirs, or crafting heirloom quilts. Purpose emerges not from external accolades, but from a knowledge that our experiences, wisdom, and compassion still enrich the world. As the roles we hold evolve, so too does our sense of self. Stepping away from a career, relinquishing the title of parent of young children, or shifting from primary breadwinner to grandparent or caregiver can leave us pondering, who am I now? This period of redefinition, though uncertain, invites reflection. Journaling, dialogue with trusted friends, or mindfulness practices can surface forgotten passions and illuminate new priorities. We learn that identity is not a static label, but an unfolding story composed of relationships, interests, and values. For those stepping into caregiving roles for adult children, grandchildren, or aging spouses, the dance of giving and receiving takes on fresh steps. Diving back into diaper changes or late-night worries about toddlers can rekindle the joys of parenting, yet also underscores the importance of boundaries. Self-care, whether a quiet morning walk, a restorative afternoon nap, or a weekly coffee date with friends, is not indulgent, it's essential. By nurturing our own well-being, we become more present, patient, and loving caregivers. Financial adjustments accompany retirement and changing responsibilities. Shifting from a regular paycheck to living on savings or a pension can feel like navigating unfamiliar terrain. Budgeting becomes an art of balancing practicality with small pleasures. An unhurried morning coffee, a secondhand book, or a scenic drive can be as fulfilling as grand vacations. Downsizing living spaces or exploring part-time consulting opportunities can ease financial pressure while preserving autonomy. Throughout these transformations, the constant thread is change itself, a force that can unsettle us or inspire us, depending on our perspective. By choosing to view aging not as a decline, but as a chapter rich with potential, we pivot toward growth. Each wrinkle becomes a roadmap of experiences, each gray hair a testament to lessons learned. The challenge and the reward lie in discovering how to weave these new patterns into a life that remains vibrant, purposeful, and connected. So, what might your next step be? Perhaps it's enrolling in a class you've eyed for years, reaching out to a friend you've lost touch with, or simply taking a slow, mindful walk in nature. Every action we take affirms that this stage of life is not about closing doors, but about opening new ones. It's an invitation to cherish the present, rekindle old dreams, and embrace the wonder that still awaits. As we conclude this exploration of the journey of aging, with its challenges, revelations, and opportunities, I'd love to know which insight resonated most with you and how you plan to bring it into your own life. Thank you for joining me on this path of reflection and discovery. If you found these lessons helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Until then, see you in the next video.